Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Unlucky Specialist Podcast with yours truly, Sam Torres.
And your boy, Jeff Depena, a.k.a. Old Fitz, a.k.a. we out here in the hills of an undisclosed location, bro.
In the cut.
I feel special right now.
We are finally back, Jeff.
I feel chosen.
We're finally back for another episode. We're finally back
That's the
on
truth.
the airwaves. It's been way too long. It's been... You know, the people have been waiting. People waiting to hear.
That's the fucking truth, bro.
Things have been going on. Just rumors and trades and all kinds of information just exchanged in the interwebs.
I felt like I owed the people, like, the past 2 weeks, I think it's, like, more for me. Like, I'm just, like...
You're like...
There's so much
we gotta get on this
exactly.
shit.
There's been so much going on that I'm just like, dude, we gotta let, like, everybody know. Like, it's going on in my head now. I just need to, like,
just get it out there for them.
Yeah, because you know what?
Just put it out there for the world. But we'll get there. We got to tease them a little bit.
I'm getting a little too excited.
You know what I mean? Also, we got to thank everybody who's listening in. We are on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you want to listen to us. Just look up Unlucky Specialist. We're on Instagram at Unlucky Specialist, on Twitter at Unlucky S Podcast. Thank you to our friend Jason for letting us record here. Mastermind behind all of this. But how's your week been, Jeff? How has
been my
you
past
been?
couple
Weeks. How has your month, the last month?
Honestly, like
been?
now that like I'm actually like rehashing my last couple of weeks, it's been like pretty.
Now that I'm asking you about it,
pretty like basic and normal. I mean, like besides honestly, like the highlight, I'm gonna keep it like just thorough. It was just like going golfing on this last Sunday.
That's all that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Really, that's all we've been doing, really.
And whether this is sad or just a fact, there's something about like waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. on a Sunday
morning
when it's like usually sleep-in day, nothing really going on. It's like, no, but I have something to look forward to.
You get there, you drink beers, and you fucking hit some balls.
Dude, and never have I been more excited to be bad at something. Like,
have I never been more excited to be out on a course?
Yeah,
and suck as shit,
dude. Suck, like completely suck. But then it's
everybody else sucks.
Everybody else sucks, but it's more like you're just chilling. I could see how business deals get done on the golf course.
Oh yeah, because
it's like there's a lot of wait time and a lot of downtime.
People's children have been married on a golf course.
Have been married on.
You know
the
what I mean?
Course.
You're like your family was gonna be connected to my family.
Like that,
like
that, for sure. Like in the 30s, 20s, and like
some rich people.
Like two rich people were just like, my daughter will marry your daughter.
Yeah, just hitting some balls
and
out there.
Keep
just
the
because they're so
going.
fucking drunk.
Dude, but that's the thing too. Unexpectedly, like the drinking that goes on the golf course is like
it's just for functional alcoholics to just go out there and hit some balls.
It's like you feel
said like you're like athletic a little bit.
You said it best. It's brunch for dudes. Like that's literally. No, it's it's the truth.
You know how girls go out.
I gotta give Sam the credit. Like Sam, you're like, dude, because he was trying to sell me on to come through. I was like, I don't know. Yeah. This is the first time we went. He's like, dude, it's like brunch for dudes. I'm like, I'm there, dude. I was sold.
You know how girls go out on Sundays and get their mimosas?
I mean, I'm trying to go out on a Sunday with the girls too, but I'm just saying.
We'll still have a mimosa, but we'll be hitting a ball. Nowhere near a pin, but we're going to be hitting the ball and I think it's somewhere.
It's competitive too. Yeah, I think like you just get like, you're just like, whoa, like I gotta be better than Jesus. I gotta be better than Sam. I gotta be better than those people in front of us.
Myself.
Those people in back of us are waiting. Like I'm trying to be good so I could go quicker.
That's the game. You know, people are gonna have to wait
for sure,
regardless. You know what I mean? We're out there for hours, and it's just fun.
And I'll say, from the first time that I went, completely sloshed. Like terrible. Like I was like ashamed of myself. This time, very respectable buzz. I was like, okay, this is good. Responsible me. I'm still around.
And you played well.
I played better for sure. I think it's because it's like just getting into it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think towards the end, I was hitting them longer.
You can tell how much we really enjoyed playing golf, guys, or getting old. Like
I was getting coached. Jesus and Sam coached me for sure. Like I was getting by
how much we've been talking about it.
Dude, no. I mean, that's the highlight of the... I'm going to keep it real. Like I said, that's the highlight of the last
It's weird, though. Like, getting up, like you said, getting up that early and being excited about something to do, go somewhere and drink. It's I feel like we need help.
I feel like we need help. This is a cry for help.
No, but let's get into what people want to talk about, Jeff. Let's get into the nitty gritty, the meat of this podcast. A lot has been going on in the NBA. We missed the free agency. We missed all of
this. Goes back to
the draft.
Exactly. We missed so much. Like, there's so much to recap, but at the end of the day, like you said, it goes back to the Lakers. Like, it all funnels around the Lakers. It all surrounds the Lakers. Because even in an off year, because like, we could call it an off year. We could call it an off year because we didn't win a title. Anytime the Lakers don't win a title, it's an off year.
It's an off year, right?
They're still like in the headlines of all the moves. It seems like all the dominoes fall after, like, around them, regardless.
Oh yeah, and the biggest move right before the draft, it
got announced before the draft, which is hilarious with all these anti-tampering rules. But
a trade between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Washington Wizards,
a blockbuster,
sending Russell Westbrook to LA for Kuzma, Harrell, and KCP.
Crazy, and the number 22 pick.
Oh yeah, and the number 22 pick.
But it's like all that
all of that for him, and people were hating Jeff right off the cuff. I mean, people were hating, saying, you know what are you gonna do with another guy who's a ball handler who needs to have the ball in his hand, and so does LeBron, and all these different things. He's older, he's injury prone, supposedly. He gets hurt.
I feel like it has a lot to do with Westbrook just in general.
Yeah, everyone hates on him for sure.
He has criticism, good criticisms, and now I feel like it's been to the point that it's been overboard for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we haven't gotten a chance to talk about Westbrook a lot because he hasn't been in our orbit. He hasn't been in the Lakers, so there's no takes to say because there's not really much to say. But now that he's a Laker, it's time to get the Westbrook takes off.
Oh, for sure.
The reality is, I feel like he's an undervalued player. He has his flaws, but he's been undervalued for way too long. Like, people are now all of a sudden think a triple-double is not that big of a deal just because Westbrook does it all the time. He averages it all the time.
I'm going to bring up something we bring up constantly on this podcast, Jeff. It's that this theory we have, it's that Laker hate. It's that Los Angeles Lakers hate. That people just love to hate the Lakers, and whenever somebody comes to the Lakers, or whenever comes, oh no, this is not going to work. Oh no, this is what's wrong with them. This is what's not going to work with them. And I feel like at the end of the day, with all the moves that's been made, this front office knows what it's doing. Okay, so let's talk about beyond Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook got traded. After that, we signed Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, Wayne Ellington,
Kent Bazemore,
and then we're going in order here, people. And one of the ones to the end that excited everybody in the league, and people are excited to see this because I'm excited for him to have the opportunity to possibly win a ring. I'm not gonna jinx it right now, but Carmelo Anthony signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Signed with his friend LeBron James for a chance to win a championship. What do you think about that? What do you think about that signing of Carmelo Anthony to the Lakers?
I'm not really that excited about Carmelo Anthony.
Okay,
bro. Like, I feel like Carmelo Anthony, like, he's a shooter that we're adding.
Right.
Like, it's like but I feel like Wayne Ellington is a better signing than him.
Right.
I feel like Ariza and Kent Bazemore are better signings, and I feel like the underrated signing is Malik Monk, because Malik Monk first of all, he's a young guy. This is literally his second contract.
We got him on a minimum.
On a minimum. He signed a minimum. He has a lot to prove because he was getting, he had some offs. He didn't start too well, but last year was his best year of his career, which is, I think, he's only been in the league 3 years.
Right.
So he's on the way up. He's a young guy. I feel like he has a lot to prove because he's playing for that big contract.
Yeah.
To me, that's
he's betting on himself.
Besides Westbrook, the guy that I'm most excited about for the Lakers is Malik Monk. I just feel like that's a lot. I mean, that's not even counting like the guys that we already had, like Taylor Horton Tucker, who we signed, and stuff like that. And then all the summer league guys that we've signed for 2 ways. But I feel like Malik Monk's the guy that I'm really excited about. But Carmelo, going back to Carmelo, I feel like Carmelo, he's another guy that has something to prove.
Right. I feel like it's a story. I feel like it's. Look, everybody in the media is playing this whole, the Lakers are old. The Lakers can't make it.
I mean, they are
The
factually, just like on the ground, they are old.
No, they are old. They are old.
They're the oldest team in the league.
And then some people are comparing him to that 2001 Lakers.
A terrible comparison.
Gary Payton, Carmelo.
But you know why that's a bad comparison? Because that roster wasn't built as good as this one.
Yeah,
the pieces
exactly.
fit on this team.
No, and the difference here is LeBron James. LeBron James is the glue. Is the glue to every team that he's been on. He's not Shaq. He's not Kobe, who are kind of like that like opposing.
They're antagonistic. Yeah.
They're opposing
they
magnets.
Don't bring
you know what I mean?
Together,
They kind of. LeBron he brings people together. He brings that team together to actually play together for a common goal. So I don't think that's the best comparison. I know we're older. I know it's a lot of veterans that have come from different parts of the league. Some guys that have come back, Wayne Ellington, Trevor Ariza.
I love the Wayne Ellington signing. Like he
played pretty. He had 40% from the field last year.
You need to surround guys, especially like Westbrook.
Yeah,
because
right.
Westbrook is not a good 3-point.
Do you think
shooter.
that he's gonna play? It's gonna be that starting lineup: Westbrook, THT, or
THT's not starting. I feel like this. If we're going starting fives, it's gonna be Westbrook, Ellington, LeBron, AD at 4.
Carmelo.
Even though he's gonna play more center, but AD's gonna be at the 4, and it's gonna be Dwight or Mark.
So what? So there's a
That's
lot of people talking about.
That's the starting 5 though. That doesn't mean they're gonna play the most minutes. Like Mark and Dwight are gonna switch a lot of the minutes, and
sure.
AD's gonna play a lot of the 5. So Mark and Dwight, it's more like symbolic, right? Like
right.
They're still gonna play like 10.
I feel like we need another big to back them up.
We need that's for sure because I think we have one roster spot remaining. We need to sign another big.
Yeah, for sure.
So just a flyer.
Do we have another roster spot? Because they just signed Mac McClung and Shondi Brown Jr.
But exactly. So I think we still have one more. I think that makes 14.
Oh, okay.
And then we have one more. They're saying it's going to be Dudley, but it shouldn't be Dudley. Like Dudley should just transition to being a coach,
an assistant coach,
an advisor or something.
Jason Kidd left.
Exactly.
Just move somebody up and get him into an advisor role.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Because that's pretty much what he was anyway. So
because he's not going to play.
And like you said, we need
get a big something somewhere that can take those minutes.
It'd be great someone like JaVale McGee, but
JaVale's already in Phoenix.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, the market is thin. I mean, we'll get into that next, but it's thinning out. Like, there's not that many spots and people available.
How is your confidence in this team, in this roster, in Rob Pelinka, in this organization moving forward?
For me, Rob Pelinka is like sitting at the top of Laker fandom, the throne. He's like sitting on the throne. Like, Rob Pelinka is sitting at the throne of Lakerdom. Obviously, Jeannie Buss is, like, the shining star.
Right.
But Rob Pelinka's sitting on the throne. Everybody else is, like, he's done his job. Like, with the tools that he had, there's some questionable moves. You could say maybe the risk on Westbrook was too much.
Right.
You could say this, that, and the third. But also, it's an old team. Your best player is old, which is LeBron. I'm going to still say he's our best player. He's old. The window is closing, so you need a lot of veterans instead of young guys that you got to string along. So I feel like the team is ready. I mean, the West is deep. We could go in it's you got Denver's going to be back good. Phoenix is still going to be good. Luka another year.
I don't know how,
good.
but Portland's going to be.
Portland's going to go down.
Portland didn't do much this offseason.
And we'll get into like the rest of the league in a bit, but in terms of just the Lakers, I like how they're built. I like the way the Lakers have built the roster, specifically Rob Pelinka. And I just feel like Westbrook, like, if he could buy in, and this is the thing, Westbrook knows this is his last chance to buy in. Like, there's not gonna, for the rest of his career, he's just gonna be another guy that's just gonna go into his career's not over if it doesn't work here, but he's not. No one's gonna look at him like a top tier guy.
Right,
this is Westbrook's last chance to really buy in, follow the role, play his role, which is still a big role on the team. He should lead I feel like he could lead the league in assists. Like, there's a lot of options for him. He could still be a main player.
The way we play this team, the way we rotate these veterans, the way we give them the rest is what's gonna matter at the end of the day. I feel like it's what's gonna show if we're gonna be a championship team or not. I mean, I feel like we're a championship caliber team. I feel like what they put together is.
I like that they gave Frank Vogel an extension. That shows
that's
the that lifts a lot of weight off his shoulders.
And a lot of that also saying back to the media and saying, "Oh yeah, you don't think we're weak defensively?" we have a defensive coach that's going to make these players play defense.
And also, it sticks back to this whole Laker, like the whole Laker culture, because they're bringing back Dwight, they're bringing back Wayne Ellington, they're bringing back Trevor Ariza. They're basically signaling to
that
the
whole
league.
family thing.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what
signaling
I mean? Like,
to
once
the league.
a Laker, always a Laker.
Always a Laker. We're always going to consider you, especially if you lead us to a chip.
Calling out to Brandon Ingram eventually once he wants to get out of New Orleans.
And I feel like this leads
And he will.
This leads perfectly to like what happened, because I feel like the biggest team that made the biggest splash other than the Lakers is the Chicago Bulls, and they have 2 ex-Lakers on their team.
Debatable, yeah. I like that. Also, Miami with Kyle Lowry,
That's true.
PJ Tucker.
I'm so off.
It makes them like. But let's get in on the Chicago Bulls. I love that. I love that they signed Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. They bring DeMar DeRozan to around
a team that already has
Zach
Vucevic
LaVine and Vucevic. And Lauri Markkanen wants out. You know what I mean? So they can get a little trade
move in there.
A little move in that, you know, they're in the mix right now. Finally bringing that Chicago team, I don't know, somewhere close to the playoffs.
They should be a playoff team. But like,
Yeah.
here's the thing. It makes me sad that Carew Goat, the bald eagle, my favorite Laker, team favorite, Caruso is not here anymore.
Yeah,
I want Chicago to take care of him. I want Chicago to embrace him. This is the thing. He's more than just a meme. He's literally, I think, top 3 perimeter defender, an icon.
Los Angeles icon.
A Los Angeles icon, but on the court, he's like a top 3 perimeter defender
for sure.
out there. I really think so. And the thing is, when you hear all these reports where people are saying that he would have taken less to come to the Lakers, that's like the bad mark on Rob Pelinka, I feel like.
Would he have taken? I don't know if he would
That's
have
what they
taken.
say. Supposedly, when you read like the little rumors, articles, or whatever, they're saying that
I don't know.
Chicago offered.
I'm kind of happy that he went and got his money.
I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he did that.
Go and get your bag, get your money, do what you got to do, take care of your family.
But don't you think
eventually
he would have been like for less? I know, but don't you think for less?
What is it, like a 3-year deal?
Yeah, but don't you think for less he would have been perfect on this Lakers team? I feel like we let him go. We didn't even entertain him.
I'm not going to entertain the thought of the great Rob Pelinka letting him go. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's pretty much what they said. They said that they pretty much ignored him. Like they did. He went back to the Lakers saying,
sucks.
"It does suck." I feel like they kind of did him a little dirty. I mean, their vision was Westbrook. I feel like they're all in on the Westbrook thing, and it sucks to see a guy like Caruso go.
No, that's a guy that you can really bring off the bench and help you out.
Exactly. He was a catalyst on our defense. Sure. Like, let's keep it real. He started Game 6 of the finals in 2020 for a reason. And last year he was a main part of the number 1 or 2 defense in the league all year. So I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't make a bigger effort to bring Caruso back, especially when, you know, like a lot of that money, like I'm saying, like, is Kent Bazemore better than Caruso?
Right.
Is Trevor Ariza better than Caruso? I don't think so. Trevor Ariza is like 37 years old. Kent Bazemore is like, he's maybe a better shooter than Ariza, but not even really. If you listen to Golden State fans, they're glad he's gone. So I always like to listen to other fan bases, like what they think about their guys, because that shows you, because they're seeing them day in and day out. So because the stats could say one thing and then the fans really know.
For
right,
sure.
because they're watching that shit. So I'm like, what's King? Like, I don't know. There's still a lot of room for work. I mean, I believe in Rob Pelinka. I'm more all in on the Russell Westbrook trade. Honestly,
sure,
that's kind of where I'm at, to be completely honest.
Yeah. A couple other things that happened in the free agency. Curry had his major deal, huge, massive deal.
Fucking deserve that shit.
What was it? 4 or 5 year deal or something like that.
Well, he got the absolute max, which is they needed
Luka
it.
got his crazy deal.
He signed the max rookie extension.
Yeah, was 5 year, $210 million. What would you do with $210 million? Let's not even get into that. But
I would go golfing every day.
I would play golf for the rest of my life.
For real.
But just a lot of moves. Like Miami, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker. They're a big threat in the East. The big question is in Philadelphia. Where are they going to move Ben Simmons? Are they not going to move Ben
Chris
Simmons?
Paul signed an extension in Phoenix.
A huge extension.
He's pretty much going to be there till he's 40.
It's ridiculous.
But I almost don't blame Phoenix because
he's going to be breaking his bones out there.
They had to double down on that. They had to. Phoenix.
they
What has
have to,
what has
really?
Phoenix had like for the last 10
Yeah,
years?
but I wouldn't give him that full. What is it? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, they gave him like a 4-year extension.
$100
there.
million something dollar. I don't know, but it's crazy, man.
If I'm Phoenix, I do it. I feel like you have to do it if you're Phoenix.
To keep your young guys happy, right?
And to keep
Devin
the
Booker
organization to build a culture because they've been like they've been in the desert like for real for the last 10 years. So they needed to do something.
Right now, who you taking? Just early take. NBA Finals 2022.
Hot take. I'm starting with the East. Hot take. I'm Milwaukee's going back to the finals.
Oh, hot! Yes,
Milwaukee's
definitely
going
hot
back
take.
to the finals.
Okay.
And fucking Homer take Lakers,
Oh, for
baby.
sure.
We're going.
No, yeah.
How could I say something different?
How can you not?
How could I say something different? It's
How can you not?
impossible.
You're gonna have. I feel like we're gonna have that. I'm not gonna try to say it too early, but get that parade in LA soon.
It's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar title. That's it. We're fighting for his rights.
I'm going for Lakers here in the West, and I'm gonna take the Nets. I feel like the Nets are gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I mean Kevin Durant's the best player in the league, as we've seen this summer.
He played so good in the Olympics. Let's talk about the Olympics, Jeff. Let's segue in there. Let's move into that subject and say
Treading.
people doubted them. People thought they weren't gonna make it.
And for a good reason, because they took 2 L's in the preliminaries to Australia and to France.
Right.
So I mean, it's a reason to doubt. And the thing is, the rest of the world's caught up.
Yeah.
It's not a cakewalk like it was in '92.
Yeah.
I mean, and we saw it in 08. Like people act like we've gone through this. They've won multiple of these in a row.
Right.
But they haven't always been easy. Like the 08 and 12, Spain at the end.
Right.
It was always really close, but now it's multiple teams. It's not just Spain. It's Australia.
The game
France.
of basketball has just expanded all over the world, and you have Slovenia that made it to the semifinals.
Thanks to Luka
You have-
Doncic.
Exactly. You have France and Spain and Australia and all these kinds of teams really making it difficult for the USA basketball team to compete and seem dominant like they were in the Dream Team area,
Yeah, but like that's never gonna happen again, right? Like it's never. Now the bottle's open, the floodgates are open. It's just the rest of the world's gonna catch up, and they're already catching up. It's gonna be better. Like if Serbia, they would have had Jokic and Bogdanovic on that team just balling, but they didn't decide to play. Like Australia could have had Ben Simmons on that team. That could have been good or bad. Who knows? He doesn't have a jump shot. But a lot of these teams didn't even have all their guys, just like the U.S. But at the end of the day, like the U.S. is the only team who could field like 10, 12 legit, like not even legit, straight up NBA players. The rest of the other teams are fielding like 4, maybe 5 NBA players. Lucky to even have 1 maybe or 2. And the USA, their whole roster is NBA players. Right. So it's like they should be beating these teams.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they did it the hard way, because they had to go through Spain, they had to go through Australia, they had to go through France, right? And those are the teams that everybody is like the boogeyman, like, oh, we can't beat them. We lost to them in the preliminaries, and they spanked all of them. None of those games were close. I mean, the final was a little close, but only towards the end.
Right.
And Kevin Durant was showing out.
And he was balled the fuck out.
He was showing out.
He is the top scorer in USA basketball history, dude. Like, it's crazy. I saw that gold medal game. The way
his game is
insane,
bro.
These players came out to show everybody, you doubted me. You doubted us. You didn't feel like we were enough. You doubted our team and our chemistry, and we showed y'all.
And I love
we're gonna win this gold medal.
The videos at the end with Draymond and KD, because it was like the whole like narrative that it's not even a narrative. They had a whole argument on the sidelines, and I think like 2018, like that was the reason Kevin Durant left supposedly, because it was he was tired of like being condescended to and being talked down to by Draymond. And now they're in this video after winning the gold medal, and they're just fucking drinking, they're fucking chilling, talking shit. Like that's great. And I love when the NBA players are just athletes in general, just like themselves.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times when they're around the media in general, like they're super on guard, like they don't want to say the wrong thing. But then when they're on Instagram Live or when they're on Twitter, they're just themselves. Like, and I feel like Kevin Durant's he's like the main one that's like that. Like, he's always on Twitter just talking like random shit to like random fans.
Right.
Like, he's not afraid of the trolls. Like, he'll just like talk shit to the trolls. Draymond's another one. So it was good to see him. Like,
for sure.
It was a good team. It was fun to watch. Like, I like watching international basketball. NBA, take some notes. Less replays. Thank the fucking Lord. Short, like, the clock runs during certain times.
Much faster. It's a funner game.
It finishes way quicker.
It's way quicker.
It goes fast.
Yeah. I guess they want to juice it out because of their
sponsors.
sponsors.
No, this is the thing. The Olympics doesn't really. It has sponsors, but they do it like when it's like off. They pretty much do it the whole month, right? Yeah. They're doing even when the Olympics aren't on. The sponsors are going. Like, they have this. I don't really know how it works, but it's a different sponsor program type of thing. But NBA, get it together, because the international basketball, at least the way the game flows, is way better, dude. So I went to another Dodger game, bro.
Another one,
because I went to the Rockies. I went to the Dodgers Rockies. And it was kind of mid, right? It was kind of mid. Right. I mean, because like I said, I feel like I've said this on the podcast multiple times, but now I do the whole Sunset Trek, right? Like, it's like the whole Echo Park Trek. I have the routine. Shout out to the Gold Room. Shout out to, that's the only one I've been going to. But I used to go to the shortstop, and basically just the shortstop, and then go to the Dodger game, right? Like, take a Uber to the game, fucking Uber it back home after the game, but just like all through like Echo Park, like chilling. But this time, I couldn't really do it as well.
Because what game were you at, Jeff? Tell the people. Hold on. Tell the people what game you just recently went to. A game that was so coveted by most. A game that was so looked after. We marked off in our calendars.
For like
we were waiting for months so that we could boo the ass off of.
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't book these tickets a year in advance. I
booked them I bet you booked them like the night before.
That would have been doper, but no, I booked them a week before.
Oh,
that would have been dope. I was still cutting it close.
Way to invite, Jeff. We were talking about the week before.
I know. I'm a selfish person. I like my privacy.
Exactly. As we've all known.
but
let's get into what the game was.
Dude, it was the Dodgers versus the Astros, bro. I've never felt the crowd. First of all, just putting out there, I've never been to a playoff game. Never been to a Dodgers playoff game. Never been
either.
To those are the biggest games. Never been to that.
You feel the energy in the room.
I've been when the Dodgers clinched the pennant. No, not the pennant. They clinched the division.
Okay.
So like they were gonna get the first seed in the playoffs, clinch the division. Is that the pennant? I don't know. That's not the pennant. Pennant is when they win the fucking.
No, it's when they win the division.
Yeah. So when they won the division, I went to that game. That was a pretty big game.
So they clinched the pennant.
Yeah, but the energy wasn't. It was big.
That's when the NLCS.
Fuck,
we're so bad at baseball.
Dodging. I mean,
Jeff, we gotta get better at baseball,
dude. I'm like a middle schooler when it comes to MLB knowledge. Like, I need all the MLB pros to really just like educate your boy.
Our special insider is out on leave right now for baseball, but we'll definitely get him in soon.
We'll get him in. But
the Dodgers,
in the very like unsophisticated opinion of two casuals,
the Dodgers made a huge move. When the Lakers made a move, they actually made the move the same day into the same city.
Dude, exactly.
So the
Dodgers, Astros, Dodgers, Scherzer, bro.
No,
I went to that game, bro.
Yeah, right.
I went to that fucking game, bro. It was so much energy in that fucking place, bro. I've never felt Dodger Stadium like that. I've never been to a sporting event like that.
That you felt that alive. You felt like the people so like
the stadium was
energetic,
jumping,
like
for sure. Every pitch, every strike,
that's amazing.
Every hit, and this is the thing. Every time, especially Altuve and Correa, every time
hear the people boo.
They went up to bat, it was just loud as fuck from the jump. Shout out to any Astros fan who walked into Dodger Stadium wearing Astros gear.
You got balls,
that's
bro.
Balls for days, because people were.
Who knows what one is?
The thing is, the night before there was a lot of fights, supposedly. Right?
Oh, yeah, there was.
The night that I went,
it was the Tuesday night.
Yeah,
you went to Wednesday night.
Yeah, it seemed like people were chiller. I didn't see any fights. I don't think there was any fights.
Was there a trash can? Because on the Tuesday night, they threw a trash can onto the field.
Yeah, but it was an inflatable trash can.
I feel like on Tuesday it was an actual trash can.
No, this one it was like an inflatable trash can, but the crowd was lit, bro. And this is the thing. Every time Altuve went to bat, boos for days. Like, you'll never hear people hold a boo that long. Like, everybody's just like, boo. Like, boos sound kind of ridiculous when you're actually there.
But when you have 50,000 people doing it all at once.
Like, whoa, this is loud. Because
it's crazy.
This is the thing. Like, it's almost an out-of-body experience. Because I was like booing, and I was like, dude, this is kind of dumb.
Why am I
I'm
doing
just,
this
like,
shit?
Booing. This is a stupid sound coming out of my mouth. And then the guy that's next to me is just like, boo. And it's like, this guy, like, this is weak. But then you're just hearing the whole crowd doing it. And it's just like, it's just a sound just engulfing the whole stadium. It was crazy as fuck. Honestly, it was jumping, bro.
Right.
Like, I've never felt the energy. And to top it off, they fucking won.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the night before. I've gotten a lot of that. They're like, oh, you're lucky you went to that game because they actually fucking won. I feel like that's why there was no fights. I feel like Dodger fans were just drunk as shit when they lost, and they were just swinging. No.
The fight I saw in the game on TV. The fight started like really early on, like the 5th, 6th inning.
It was like in hockey where like they start the game and they just start fucking fighting
like,
just because of the night before.
Fuck yeah,
because they're just holding over the grudge from the night before. Like, like bang, bang,
no, but
bang,
on your night, people were like, "Oh, fuck this shit."
It didn't seem. People were kind of like,
we're just trying to boo the Astros.
It was just good banter between the fans too. Like you would see an Astros fan,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
what the fuck?
I feel like people learned from the night before.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was pretty chill.
It felt like definitely, like you said, a playoff atmosphere. And so let's talk to the people that don't know what happened, that don't know what's going on with the Dodgers, that are trying to get into watching baseball. Is the Dodgers picked up one of the biggest free agents out there, pitchers out there in Max Scherzer, a great pitcher,
one of the best pitchers of his generation,
and one of the top and elite shortstop,
second baseman.
Well, now he's a second baseman, but shortstops he was. But when they traded for him, he was a shortstop in the league in Trey Turner. Yeah, he's gonna play second base right now because of Corey Seager, but this guy is an outstanding.
Yeah, he's probably
base runner.
He's won batting titles.
He's won batting titles. He's won a World Series championship.
And he's under contract for a couple years. He's going to be on the Dodgers.
And he's young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got this guy, and he's been performing as we have expected. The last weekend, he ran those bases. He made somebody single into a first base RBI.
No, I mean, the guy's a hitting machine. And, like, circling back to Max Scherzer, on that night that I was there, 10 strikeouts, bro, just wheeling and dealing, bro. Honestly, the only reason it wasn't, like, a 7-2 game is because Kenley Jansen fact up.
We're going to talk about it. Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, Kenley Jansen's been fucking up for the last, like, year and a half.
And that's the question we have as a Dodger fans. Let's get into it, Jeff. We have, as Dodger fans, who's going to close the game out for us?
It's going to have to be him.
It's going to have to be him and give up 2 to 3 runs sometimes to better teams.
Who are you going to put in? Joe Kelly?
No, but
I'll put Joe Kelly,
have nobody
maybe.
to trade for. We have nobody to bring up. I don't know. We have to get somebody.
Gratterall?
Yeah, exactly. Gratterall. Get him trained into that position to close out games.
Kenley, I'm going to tell you right now. You know why? I think you're right. We need to transition Kenley out. But you know why it's not going to happen? Because Dave Roberts, the baseball man.
Right.
He's a company man.
He's a player's man.
He's an ex-player. He's a player's coach, and he knows he can't do that to his guy. Right. It's like, if we were going to switch closers, we should have done that in the beginning of the season. We should have done that in spring training. Or before the All-Star game. We should have we should have done it in the beginning of the season. Dave Roberts is not going to do Kenley like that. He'd rather take a L. I'm telling you right now, he'd rather take a L. Unless Kenley just...
Blake Trinan.
This is the thing. The only way...
Let's get Blake Trinan as a closer.
I agree. The only way Dave Roberts is going to do this is if Kenley just goes off a hill. And he has it. He's still kind of like... He's holding it, right? He's like holding on. I mean, they won the World Series last year. Blah, blah, blah. But how has his record been so far? He still has like 15 saves. He's still doing his thing. But it's just in clutch games, he's not really holding it on. So I feel like the only way Dave Roberts is going to take that position from him if he just completely goes off the cliff. He can't pitch anymore.
And that's where people in LA are upset and afraid that he's going to wait that long for that to be the case. I feel like
not gonna do
Dave Roberts has got to make a decision.
He's
for
already
his
made
own
it.
job or for Kenley's job.
His job is secure. What do you mean? He's not gonna get fired. Dave Roberts won the World Series last year. He's not getting fired.
Yeah, well, if they lose this year,
He's not getting fired, dude. Dave Roberts is not getting fired. I'll tell you that right now. That's like put it in stone. He's not getting fired.
All right.
He's not getting fired, and he's not gonna let go of Kenley unless he complete. Yeah, because
no, it's not even a hot take.
it's
actually,
not, bro. Because the thing is, it's
cold take.
They won the World Series.
Medium
last
rare.
year. Yeah, it's like medium rare. You could see the blood. You could see the blood, but people eat it. You know what I mean? And we're eating it, bro.
We're eating it now.
Shit, we're eating Dave Roberts medium rare. That's what it is, bro. That's just happening.
But with also the Dodgers is what comes. The bad news is Clayton Kershaw.
Damn, just got his jersey. Either way, that's a Hall of Fame jersey, so I'm keeping it for life.
That's yeah. That's not a bad jersey.
Yeah, that number's getting retired.
Clayton Kershaw not knowing when he's going to come back. Mookie Betts possibly going to IL.
That makes me sad because he was actually playing really good recently. His average got back up to like 280.
And I don't like that the Dodgers are in a position to be in a wild card game. I want the Dodgers to win a division and wait to who wins between the Giants and the Padres, because to bet on a 2-game or 3-game series between
exactly. No, it's
2-game.
I think it's just one game. The wild card's just a winner take all.
Yeah.
But the only reason I'm scared of the Giants now, like honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't even worried about the Giants. I was like, I'm not tripping. I don't care who they got.
Hey,
but now they got Chris Bryant.
They got Chris Bryant. They got Chris Bryant, and the Cubs has sold out everybody.
Oh, the Cubs just like
said
put for auction their whole team.
Who do you want? We'll give it to you.
Because they literally let go of their 3 best guys.
Exactly.
They just let them all go.
They just
Rizzo
opened up
the
their legs and
Yankees,
said, "Take me now."
Bias to the Mets, Bryant to the Giants, bro. And the thing is, I don't care about Rizzo and Bias because they're far away from me. They're all the way on the East Coast. One's in another league. One's in another division, all the way in New York. I don't care. But the guy who's going to affect my life, maybe for a lot of years to come, is Chris Bryant.
Oh yeah,
who is on the Giants? Who are in first place.
Maybe we'll see how he does with the Giants.
We'll see. I like Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant's a good player to me.
He's a good player, and he was a good player at a time with the Cubs. But he
he's
tailed
off a
little bit.
Yeah.
But if a Pacific Division opponents makes him better, you never know. So
we'll see. I mean, and the Padres are still there hanging in, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's tough. Like you said, it doesn't. I don't like that a team. I'm talking about the Dodgers now with these many players, talented all-stars, some Hall of Famers, multiple MVPs, might get a wild card. It's disconcerting. Like we should be in first place. We should be setting the pace, but we're not. And
exactly.
I feel like there's still enough time. We still got about a month and a half left in the season. It's tightening though. It's getting close. Now once you start creeping,
who do you take right now? Right now, looking at what's going on, who do you take in the?
I honestly think Dodgers. Dodgers are gonna pull it out. They're only
take the division.
They're only like 3.5 back. They play the Giants 2 more times, so that's like 6 games right there.
Right.
You know, they play the Pod. Once you get in September, you start playing your Division 1 again, so you can pick up games or lose games. But I'm just banking on them coming through. Cream rises to the crop. I think the Dodgers are gonna take it, bro. Homer pick. What else can I really say?
If the Dodgers don't make it and win the division, I feel like they can beat the Padres in a wild card game.
They could. I'm scared though because they're gonna line up Blake Snell.
But we got
Max Scherzer. He's
Scherzer.
He's gonna pitch game 1. I'm telling you right now.
By that time we have Clayton Kershaw.
I'm telling you right now. Max Scherzer's pitching game 1.
And the Dodgers picked up a former Cy Young winner in Cole Hamels.
Oh yeah, just casually.
Just casually.
Casually, Cole Hamels
just
coming out of retirement.
Just on the back end, just in case we need him.
Yeah, no, I still like the Dodgers' chances to win the division.
Right. let's get into a little bit about what happened in the rest of the world in Spain, to be specific.
Damn, they're in mourning, bro.
They are.
It's
in
a
mourning.
day of sadness in Spain, bro. I've seen some
of,
posts. It's like y'all mad emotional right
I
now.
called my dad and I told him
He's still alive.
No, yeah, my
Lionel
dad.
Messi's still alive, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my dad.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
like,
I hope your dad's still alive.
I was like, called my dad this morning. I told him, I'm sorry about your loss. He's a Barcelona fan.
Damn, that's an L. I'm telling you, Barcelona
That's an
this
L.
morning. It's an L right now.
This morning, they got to see
The
Lionel Messi in a PSG uniform.
the falls of mismanagement.
All of these rumors saying, oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's all a ruse. It's all what we think it's going to be or not going to be.
Oh,
This morning.
it's gonna be.
This morning, it was confirmed. And there was a contract signed. And there was
Pictures
a jersey.
taken.
Pictures taken.
Number
with
30.
A jersey number 30. He's back to number 30.
Fire. I fuck with that jersey right there.
Yeah.
PSG Messi 30. Cop.
Look. Neymar. Messi.
No, there's two stacked. Mbappe. Di Maria. Verratti. Marquinhos.
Just stop it already.
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos in the back. Oh, my God.
Dude, they're way too stacked, bro. They're gonna win. If they don't win the Champions League, I'm literally just never watching soccer again.
Jeff, I've heard from in the trickles of the dark web.
The dark web. You're on those dark websites.
In the sources of football that come to us and say, you know what, this might be something that's coming out. Something that you might be paying attention to. Ronaldo is got a flexible deal, and Ronaldo might, if he saw Messi sign with PSG, might want to request a trade to PSG.
That'd be stupid.
And PSG,
I hope that doesn't
hold
happen.
on, PSG executives have said that if Ronaldo might want him, they might trade Mbappe to Real Madrid.
Oh, what? That'd be the stupidest thing. Mbappe's better than Ronaldo right now. Let's keep it 100 on the back.
But Jeff, think about a front. Think about that.
I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it.
Neymar,
It's in my brain.
Messi, and Ronaldo.
I don't like it.
Verratti.
I hate it.
Sergio Ramos.
I hate it.
All on one team.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard. I don't like it.
You know, I don't want to.
I don't
even want to discuss it
Kylian
right now.
Mbappe's like 22 years old. How are you going to trade him for a 37-year-old Ronaldo?
You know why I love it, Jeff?
Because you like the drama, Sam.
Because I love Madrid, Jeff. Because he'll end up in Madrid.
You're coming at it from another angle. You're coming at it from the Madrid angle.
I don't give a fuck what PSG does.
You fuck.
At the end of the day, it's going to benefit us.
Dude, for real. It would benefit Madrid 100%. Like, because they're going to get probably the best player in the world.
As a football fan, as a soccer fan, to see a team with Neymar,
it'd be
Messi,
crazy, bro.
and Ronaldo all at once. I'm just saying. I've heard it through the grapevine. I've heard it through.
Look, if Cristiano Ronaldo really wanted to do something
Ronaldo
crazy,
has really thought about this.
if he really wanted to do something crazy, he would make me happy, and he'd just go to Liverpool real quick, win another Premier League title,
Jeff.
fucking hit a little headers, like bang.
Jeff. That's making you happy. If at the end of the day he's gonna go back to the UK, he's gonna go back to Manchester,
or he might go to Manchester City.
No, he's gonna go back to end his career in Manchester United, like if he had to.
That'd be tight.
You know what I mean? But right now, I'm putting mythical $100,000.
The mythical 100,000.
$100,000 in unlucky specialist coin.
Woo! Yeah, we started our own crypto coin. It's not available to buy yet, though.
But we'll get there. On Ronaldo requesting a trade to PSG. I'm just saying that.
And you know what, though? You might be onto something, because there have been, like, low-key more trades in soccer recently. Before, it's just, like,
they couldn't get their Super League, but they'll get their super teams.
I like that one. You brought it back, because now I like it.
It's been great, guys. It's been such a good episode. It's been such a good time to see here.
Feels good to be back. I feel like I missed you guys more than you missed me. I don't know.
I feel like I've missed being here most than listening to my voice.
I think sometimes I like just hear myself talking.
Exactly. And we're not even listening to ourselves.
I know.
But, guys, if you want to listen to ourselves,
woo!
Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spreaker, whatever.
Catch my unhinged tweets.
Whatever, exactly. Hit up Jeff at Owa.
Owa 00.
00. Wait, we didn't know that. But
I didn't know that.
At Dunzo, at Unlucky Specialist, at Unlucky S Podcast on Twitter. It's your boy Sam Torres.
It's your boy Jeff De Bena. Shout out to Jesus, Jason, and the homie out there that I don't even know his name. We out here. Nefty, good for the save. We out here. We love y'all. Peace.